A'ja Wilson will cry, I'm a victim, and in the same breath turn around and say, yeah, I'm a bully, so what? I'm a bully and I'm a victim. Rules for thee and not for me. A'ja Wilson, since I first started following the WNBA in 2024, every single year, there is some type of hypocrisy.
The entire world of professional women's basketball has descended into complete and uncontrollable chaos. The global sports community is now watching in disbelief after what many are describing as one of the most embarrassing and controversial alleged locker room leaks in WNBA history. What was expected to be a routine, highly anticipated clash between the league's established stars and its rising new generation instead turned into a decisive and overwhelming defeat. The Indiana Fever, powered by Caitlin Clark's exceptional court vision and Sophie Cunningham's cold-blooded shooting, did not simply win the game. They thoroughly dismantled, outplayed, and overwhelmed the Las Vegas Aces in a dominant blowout that many fans believe dealt a significant blow to the franchise's pride. However, the biggest controversy reportedly did not take place on the court. According to multiple league insiders, it allegedly began the moment the final buzzer sounded. Reports claim that three-time MVP Aliyah Wilson became emotionally frustrated behind closed doors and allegedly attempted to redirect attention away from the team's disappointing performance. These allegations remain entirely unverified. Nevertheless, the alleged public relations fallout has become the focal point of intense online debate, with fans across social media questioning what truly happened behind the scenes. Rumors of an alleged locker room audio leak have spread rapidly, fueling widespread speculation and placing Aliyah Wilson's legacy under intense public scrutiny in front of millions of basketball fans worldwide.
Something that I can't control. When they go to that monitor, it's literally out of our hands at that point. So I really can't harp on it. I think the biggest thing is how we could continue to either keep the momentum on our side or shift the momentum the best way we can. And of course, reviews and everything is going to get in the way, but at the same time, we shouldn't even be putting ourselves in situations to have to be reviewed, even though some calls may be a little skeptical. But I know we just got to continue to focus on us, and that's something we can't control.
To fully understand the magnitude of this professional setback, it is important to examine the numbers behind what unfolded on the hardwood. Caitlin Clark did not simply play the game. She controlled the tempo, orchestrated the offense, and continuously challenged every defensive adjustment made by the Las Vegas Aces, displaying the elite court vision and basketball intelligence that many fans have come to admire. Alongside her, Sophie Cunningham brought relentless intensity, unwavering confidence, and aggressive energy that repeatedly put pressure on the Aces' perimeter defense. Together, the duo delivered a remarkable performance that, according to claims surrounding this narrative, reportedly resulted in 9 WNBA records being broken in a single night, including an alleged record for the largest scoring margin against a defending champion. These record claims should be independently verified, however. The performance itself undeniably ignited widespread discussion throughout the basketball community and quickly became one of the most talked about storylines in the sport.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, particularly me. All NBA players go harder on white boys on the court. That's just how it's always. Like even Larry Bird. Larry Bird got guarded by a white guy. He was like, "Y'all don't have any brothers?"
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what Larry Bird said.
He felt disrespected.
Yeah, he felt disrespected.
I feel like that's like the unwritten Hooper rule. So no, I was laughing. I was like, it's never that deep. It's never that deep. But
how weird. It's never that deep. So it's the unwritten rule to go after white players harder than you go after everybody else. And it's never that deep. Yet A'ja Wilson has made it that deep. Take a look over here.
Us as black women, Paige reminds me a lot of you. Like, you say you're not really about me.
The Las Vegas Aces, a franchise widely regarded as one of the WNBA's elite organizations, appeared out of sync, fatigued, and unable to consistently keep pace with Indiana throughout the contest. Whenever Aliyah Wilson attempted to establish her presence in the paint, the Fever responded with defensive adjustments that limited her scoring opportunities. Meanwhile, Sophie Cunningham took advantage of transition situations, knocking down timely three-pointers that provided energy and momentum for her team. This was not viewed by many fans as merely a loss. It was a commanding victory that intensified discussions about the changing competitive balance within the league. However, many of the narratives that emerged following the game remain entirely unverified. Reports alleging that Aliyah Wilson confronted members of the coaching staff, kicked equipment, or placed blame on others inside the locker room have not been confirmed by credible sources. Similarly, claims suggesting that she became emotional during the post-game press conference or made comments criticizing Caitlin Clark, Aliyah Boston, the media, officiating, or alleged league favoritism should be regarded as speculation unless supported by reliable evidence. Although the outcome sparked widespread debate among fans and commentators across social media, it remains essential to distinguish confirmed facts from rumors and unverified online claims.
About black and white? That's interesting, because over here, what'd you say?
Disrespected.
I feel like that's like the unwritten Hooper rule. So no, I was laughing. I was like, it's never that deep. It's never that deep, but
it's never that deep. But again, talking out both sides of our mouth over here. When asked about the race element in Clark's popularity, people think that we're crazy saying that race has a part to do with why the WNBA players treat Caitlin Clark how they treat her. People will look at you dead in your face if you think race has a part to do with why WNBA players treat Caitlin Clark a certain way. People will look at you dead in your eyes and say, "No, it's not. It's not true. That's not reality. You're making things up. You're delusional. You're a conspiracy theory." Meanwhile, here it is, plain as day, in your face, a WNBA player saying it to you. Quote, "It really is, because you can be top-notch at what you are as a black woman, but yet maybe that's something that people don't want to see. They don't want to see it as marketable, so it doesn't matter how hard I work. It doesn't matter what we all do as black women, we're still going to be swept underneath the rug. That's why it boils my blood when people say it's not about race, because it is."
She reportedly stood before the microphones and, according to claims circulating within this narrative, appeared to downplay the Indiana Fever's performance by suggesting that their success was influenced more by media attention than by their basketball abilities. However, there is no reliable evidence confirming that she made those specific remarks. The controversy quickly spread across social media, triggering intense debate among fans, analysts, and commentators. Some supporters argued that the reaction and speculation could negatively impact her public image, while others defended her and criticized what they viewed as exaggerated narratives surrounding the post-game coverage. Claims that Aya Wilson's multiple MVP awards and accomplishments were the result of institutional favoritism, favorable officiating, or league protection remain opinions expressed by certain commentators and should not be treated as established facts. Similarly, assertions that the Indiana Fever exposed or shattered an artificially created reputation are subjective interpretations rather than verified events. What is certain, however, is that Indiana's performance generated widespread discussion, intensified existing rivalries, and added another significant chapter to the ongoing debate surrounding the WNBA's changing and increasingly competitive landscape.
Where we probably thought one thing, two people thought one thing, the other three probably thought another, and obviously you can't have that. And when you lack communication, you kind of lose sight of the shooters, you lose sight of what's going on in front of you. So obviously when we go back and we look at the run that they made, I think the biggest thing is just communicating on defense. And once again, that's what I was saying, paying attention, and the attention to little details can really make or break you in these situations. So wish we could take it back, but we can't. So we're just gonna continue to push through. Like, we know we'll be better next time.
Asia or Dana even, three-point shooting. Indiana, I believe, took 30. And what do you think is the best way to defend a team that takes so many and that can make so many? Do you think that the defense just need to be better on that, or that maybe more three-point shooting on your guys' end could sort of balance that out?
Honestly, I think as long as we do better one-on-one, I feel like they broke us down one-on-one, so it collapsed the defense. It made us help. It made us overhelp, and sometimes they were just getting the one more or the extra pass and just making catch and shoot threes. That's a lovely thing to do, just shoot, catch, and shoot threes. So I feel like if we can clamp down on our one-on-one defense better, then we can eliminate a lot of those.
Two for you, Asia, if that's okay. One, where'd you get your shirt?
I don't know, my stylist got it for me. It's SRBC, protecting my peace, because that's what I'm going to do.
Amen.
Hello, I hope everyone does that.
And less about tonight, more so just a broader question about the Fever matchup, because like this is the team that you don't get to the rim as often against. That's one point of view. How much of that is Indy's defense? How much of that is you looking for different shots? Like, how you kind of assess that?
I think tonight, I mean, I was not happy. I was probably happy. Out of 23 shots I took, I was probably happy with 2 of them. But I think it's honestly just the spacing of it. I think they made us play one-on-one basketball, and we're not one-on-one players. Like, yes, we're capable of getting that job done, but that's never been our system. That's never been who we are. And sometimes it just kind of puts you in a pickle sometimes, because you feel like, obviously, the matchup in front of you, you can take it on. I feel like each and every last one of us would be like, okay, cool. But that's just not our system. That's not what we do. So I don't necessarily, I guess I'll say that's their defense is making us play one-on-one, but at the same time I feel like that's a lot on us. We were just very stagnant. I think we helped their defense out by being stagnant. So I think next time when we go back and we look at it, and particularly for myself, we got to get down to the third.
Aliyah Boston, bro.
And then
Caitlin Clark's outstanding performance highlighted her exceptional court vision, decision-making, and basketball intelligence, allowing her to consistently challenge the Las Vegas Aces throughout the game. Many fans viewed her display as yet another example of why she is regarded as one of the WNBA's brightest young stars. Sophie Cunningham also contributed relentless energy, physical intensity, and unwavering confidence, helping to fuel Indiana's momentum on both ends of the floor. Her aggressive approach and timely plays further strengthened the Fever's overall performance. However, claims suggesting that Aya Wilson was mentally broken, unable to adjust, or engaged in repeated emotional outbursts remain unverified opinions and rumors that have not been confirmed by credible sources. Similarly, statements claiming that the WNBA's established hierarchy has come to an end, that MVP awards were manufactured, or that Wilson's legacy has been permanently damaged are subjective interpretations rather than established facts. What can be stated with certainty is that Indiana's impressive victory reignited discussions about the future of the league, the emergence of a new generation of stars, and the growing rivalry between established champions and rising contenders. As a result, fans and analysts continue to debate what this outcome could mean for both franchises and for the seasons ahead.
These are A'ja Wilson's own words here. These are A'ja Wilson's own words here. And all of this has been confirmed by Kelsey Plum. Remember Kelsey Plum?
I really think the expectations of being a number one pick are brutal, especially if you have any type of height or like media coming out of college. They're just brutal. And then I don't think it helps being a 5'8" white girl coming into the league with 85% black women that want to take your head off. Like, just straight up, right? Like, that's just what it is. And I didn't know. Me, happy-go-lucky, walking into the locker room like, hey, like, I didn't know.
Want to take her head off, and she's saying walking in her own locker room. What? She's not talking about opposing teams' locker room. You don't walk into opposing teams' locker rooms. She's talking about her own locker room. She'd walk into her own locker room like, "What up, new teammates?" And they look at her and be like, Come on. And now something that Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Plum both have in common: they're both white, and unlike Paige, straight. Kelsey Plum, she had some hype coming in. I remember Kelsey Plum at Washington. I remember her. I wasn't invested, but I remember her. They said the same thing about Sabrina. Sabrina came into the WNBA. She turned her Twitter off. She got guarded. Sabrina went through a lot of injuries. Now, I'm not going to say that's attributed to the physicality, but I will attribute to what she had to deal with online as to, you're not allowed here. You're not wanted here. We don't need you here. Black privilege to admit to open racism and nothing is done about it. I guarantee you if someone did that to her, she'd be crying to the referees, Kathy, WNBA, PA, and anybody would listen to get being a victim. It always feels like it's about color with some. Admitting their racism and it's okay because they've always done. Yeah, rules for thee and not for me. A'ja Wilson, she'll be a victim in one breath. And then in that same exact breath, by the time her sentence is finished.
Will the league's front office make any adjustments in response to the growing attention surrounding these high-profile matchups? Or will the Indiana Fever continue building momentum behind the leadership of Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham? Only time will reveal how the remainder of the season unfolds. One thing is certain. This matchup has ignited major conversations throughout the basketball world, with fans eagerly waiting to see whether the league's established contenders can respond to the challenge posed by one of its fastest-rising teams. The rivalry continues to dominate headlines, and every future meeting between these teams is expected to generate even greater excitement and anticipation. If you enjoyed this analysis, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay tuned for more WNBA news, game breakdowns, highlights, breaking developments, and the biggest stories from around the league throughout the season.